Okay, as part of the first assignment for the course, you are going to work with one of the notebooks that I've started for you called Simulating Mortgage Failure. This is related to Nate Silver's chapter, which you'll have read, and it'll go through some sort of basic sort of Python and NumPy, a couple little activities, and down at the bottom we'll work on, you'll get a chance to sort of interact with Nate Silver's scenarios. What we want to do first, though, is just download this so we can start working on it. And the way to do that is you're going to click on Raw, right-click, and then Save As. And you're going to save this to whatever your directory that you want to work on is. And I've got one called Analysis here. Before you just click OK, notice that it's trying to save this as of type txt, and there's a .txt at the end of this. You're just going to want to change this to all files and get rid of that .txt at the end of it. So we save that, and it's right here. And if you open this up, you'll see that file is right here. This is a .ipynb. It's kind of a long extension, but it stands for IPython Notebook. IPython was what these were called before. They were called Jupyter Notebooks, and the file name extension has stuck. So this is the file we want to run. We can't just double click on it. That's not going to work. So what we want to do is start up a notebook server. So we're going to come down here. We're going to go to Anaconda. We're going to open an Anaconda prompt. I'm going to copy the path that I'm working in here, and I'm going to change directory CD to the directory that I'm working on here. You can type the word dir, which is a command line request for a directory, and you can see that there it is, and it's right there as well. But before we get started, before we want to launch the Jupyter Notebook, what we want to do is change out of our base environment here. So we're going to want to conda activate analysis in GIS. And that should show up here. So now we're working in that. That, again, has all of our geospatial packages. It's got our notebook as PDF renderer that we're going to want. And so now we can start up our Jupyter Notebook like so. And we can click on this file. And now we can follow along through here. We can execute these lines of code. We can read about this. We can follow the little prompts with these play-alongs. And we'll run our notebook. And when we're done, we're going to actually, you're going to want to rename this to your name. So Tingle. You can leave it Simulating Mortgage Failure. That sounds fine. So we rename it. And then we're going to download this as a PDF. You'll only have that option if you've installed the notebook as PDF, which we did when we set up the class environment. It doesn't come preloaded with Jupyter Notebooks yet. So we'll hit Save, and we'll open this up. Now, when you do this, it'll have all of the work that you do, right? I haven't followed along in here. I haven't done any of this work. But this is the PDF file that you will upload as part of the assignment.